What's your name, how old are you, and where do you work?
My name is Jack Burningham. I'm 19 years old and I work at the climbing Hangar London. So I got into climbing when I was 8 years old. It was an extramural program at the school. And I started climbing once a week, top rope, and I did that for about 4 years. Yeah, I was a top rope warrior. So I left home because obviously I wanted to be the best climber I could be, and the training facilities back home, they're just not as good as compared to the rest of the world. You know, we're quite a bit far behind in Africa, and yeah, I just wanted to give myself the best opportunity I could have. Mentally, it wasn't hard to leave home at all, but I'm quite a chaotic person, so just getting it together and actually getting on a plane and leaving was probably the hardest bit, but the actual leaving part was pretty easy, yeah. Typed into Google, climbing gyms in London when I landed, and the climbing hangar was the first one that popped up, you know, because we're the best. So this was the first place I came to, and then when I started looking for jobs at climbing gyms, I just went to about 20 gyms handing my CV in, and the climbing hangar called me back and they offered me a job, yeah.
First time Jack came through the hangar, he was here for a climbing session and was also looking to get a job. And he was pretty handy on the wall, and yeah, he asked if we were recruiting, which we happened to be at the time. And yeah, he was just an immediate fit with our members and the staff. He got along well with everybody and just fit right in from the get-go. Jack moved to the UK to follow his dream to be a pro climber, and he'll be competing this September in the Prague World Cup. And yeah, he trains pretty hard, but also works now as a crew member and coach at the climbing hangar here in London. Jack's an extremely motivated young lad, and he's come over here and he works hard, he trains hard, he climbs hard, and yeah, it's just really inspiring to see like all the things he's done to make this dream happen, and how he is just on and off the wall.
What do you love about the climbing hangar?
Probably the community. I think, yeah, the strongest part about the hangar is the community here. It's probably one of the best, I think, in London. Like, the people, they're all super nice, super awesome. Yeah, it's probably my favorite bit.
How do you find to live in London and life in the UK?
Honest answer or?
Honest answer.
Honest answer. Probably not the greatest. Like, I think it can't compare to my home. You know, there's no beaches or mountains, but I feel like the standard of living is pretty good. Like, the public transport is crazy, and just having so many climbing gyms and being able to go to a different gym every day, like, super awesome and super good for climbing.
What do you love about climbing?
What I love about climbing? So probably like the actual climbing aspect of it, I would say doing cool moves. And in climbing, I feel like the stronger you get and the harder you climb, there's cooler moves for you to do. So that's why I'm always trying to get better. But besides that, I would say probably dirt bagging and meeting cool people all over the world. Those are probably my favorite things about climbing. Like every country, we have like our own selection process. And so first was selected for like the regional team, and then in the national competition placed second and was vice champion for bouldering in South Africa. And that's how I was selected to compete in Prague for the World Cup, yeah.
How do you manage to fit in training whilst working full time?
So that was pretty hard when I first moved here, because normally I'm a evening training session person, but all my working's done in the afternoons and the evenings, so I had to change to a morning person. It means sometimes waking up at 6 and, you know, going to train for 5 hours before work. So it was a bit of an adjustment, but you know, it's not too bad, yeah.
What do you look forward the most about going to the World Cup?
Probably trying boulders that I've seen, like I've been watching since I was a kid, like competing with the best of the best, just trying hard stuff that I can't do. Like, I just love not being able to do boulders, because that means there's so much room for growth. So I feel like just be an awesome experience.
Is there any particular athlete that you look up to in the World Cup or that you are psyched to compete against?
Yeah, like probably Yuki. He's been my favorite climber since I was a kid, since like 2019 when I first watched the World Cup, and I met him in Arco, Italy at the Youth Champs. So probably if he's at that comp, Yuki. Then besides that, who do I look up to in the World Cups? Probably Mo and Chris from South Africa. So Mo and Chris are both of Africa's previous Olympians. Chris competed in Tokyo for the first Olympics, and Mo is going to compete in Paris. Yeah, so I really look up to both of them. They both moved overseas to train. Mo went to France and Chris went to Salt Lake. So they were a big inspiration for me to move to the UK and, pursue my dream of being a pro climber.